See,
Okay. Hi Raghavendra, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How about you, sir? Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I'm good too. Thank you. So, can you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is Raghavendra. I completed my engineering at the Sri Krishna Institute of Technology in the year of 2020.
Hmm.
So I completed my manual and automation training at Test Automation Academy, and recently I worked at QA Services as a manual tester for 4 months.
Hmm.
So it was a paid internship which I did.
Okay, okay, great. Now, how do you start your day? Let's say you in this company, like what
Yes,
all
sir.
things do you do right from the beginning? Let's say you start your day at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. From 11
Yes,
a.m.
sir.
to 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., whichever your working hours are there. So,
Yes, sir.
what are the different activities that you are involved in?
So, so first, like in starting this, they used to leave me to explore the application self self exploratory.
Hmm.
First, first they used to teach us a specific module, and and they are leaving to explore us.
Hmm.
So from the next day, they used to give the test cases to execute that one. Uh, After that, I should give the reverse gated to them
Hmm.
of that specific module of the specific application of that application.
Hmm.
So after that, I used to write the test cases on that module. So after that, they used to review the test cases, like how to improve, like how to write the test cases.
Hmm.
They are telling us.
Hmm. Okay.
So this was the task which I have done in 4 months, and after that, they used to give us the bugs and all to review the bugs. And I found literally 2 bucks in these 4 months.
Hmm.
So these are the tasks which I have done in 4 months. And they taught us like what is agile and this Scrum and this sprint also.
Hmm. Okay.
And difference between agile and sprint.
Hmm. Okay, great. Now, consider a situation where the Selenium automation was running on Monday, right? But when on Tuesday you are running that particular automation, it's not getting run. So, which are the different reasons behind it? What can be the
Uh,
possible reasons that it is not running?
uh, so maybe the version changes. I mean,
Mhm. Which version?
or else, I mean the like the web driver versions,
Mhm.
because it might be updated when we
Okay.
compare to the Chrome browser, or else suppose if the person was testing on the Chrome browser, so next day it might be tested on the different browser
Mhm.
where web browser launches fail. Like if we didn't wrote, I mean like if we didn't execute it on the browser specific browser, with the test coded like with the test script has been written. So
Mhm.
those are the uh, those are the chances.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, like I can remember only those two.
Mhm.
Is it right? I mean, like,
Yeah, this is fine. This can be the two possible reasons. Another reason is the browser itself would have got updated, right?
yes, those.
So yeah, so that is there. Another reason could be there might be some changes done by the development team itself,
Uh,
right?
Maybe.
So that is
Yes,
also that can also be an example. Okay.
yes, sir.
Now, what is the difference between driver.close and driver.quit?
So driver dot close is to close the specific window.
Hmm.
I mean of the current browser. So driver dot quit matlab, all the uh, all the windows closed by that browser.
Mhm.
Yes.
Now, why do we write driver equal to new Chrome driver?
Sir, I mean like so new is a keyword which I mean like to uh, uh, to create the new object of the
Hmm.
instance of the object.
Okay. Which are the various browsers that are supported by Selenium?
Microsoft Edge,
Mhm.
Safari,
Hmm.
Chrome browser, Opera,
Hmm.
Internet Explorer.
Hmm.
So these are the various web browsers which will support by the Selenium.
Okay. Now let me share my screen. Now you need to tell me what is the issue in this Selenium script. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Now tell me what are the different issues in this script.
Uh, Subscription. Sir,
Hmm.
I mean, so like the issue is in the last line, I think, as per my knowledge,
Last
because I
line.
didn't. Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the issue in this?
In like a login button, driver dot click.
Hmm. What is the issue in this line?
Sir, to find, sir, login button is the web element where we need to find it by the locator setting.
Hmm.
Is it? I'm just while guessing.
Mhm. Okay, see, this is fine. This line, they have actually created a page in which they have mentioned about the function, and they would have kept the locators, relative XPath
Yes,
or
sir.
ID or name, and
Yes, sir.
that they have used over here. Okay, so
Yeah.
one issue that I'll tell in this script is, let's say this, there is in this opening bracket, right? But
Yes,
there is no closing bracket.
brackets.
So that is one of the issues. So now I'll put. Okay, now any other issue that you can find in the script.
So which I said it is not an issue, sir. I mean, like they won't use the locators only. How can like combined elements?
Sorry.
I mean, sir. So in last line, like while clicking
Hmm.
to the login button,
Hmm.
they didn't use the locators only. I mean, like so how the web driver knows
Hmm.
the login button?
Right.
Like
So they have created one page in which they have mentioned the locators, the functions to perform click on the login button. So in
okay.
that, with reference to that page, this function is
Uh,
being called over here, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, are you able to identify the problem with respect to this line?
System dot says driver dot Chrome driver and like yes. Where the web driver location, I think.
Correct, correct. The Chrome driver, where it is being kept, that location is not being mentioned over here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's say if I don't mention the location, and if I just run this particular code, then what would be the output of this code?
I think so. I think it won't open the
Hmm.
Chrome
Hmm.
browser.
Right, right. So what error will it show?
Uh, it shows like I'm not able to recognize that.
Hmm.
I mean, like not able to recall that.
No issues, no issues. That's fine. So in the error message, it will mention that you have to mention the path. I think the error message that will come over here is the specified file path is not being mentioned. Something like that will come in the error console itself. So you'll be able to understand, okay, this path is not being mentioned over here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between interrupted exception and IO exception?
So IO exception, I think it is an input output exception. But interrupted exception. I'm unable to recall it, sir.
No issues. So this will be an open question for the people who would be watching this video. What is the difference between interrupted exception and IO exception? Okay. Now, Raghvendra, let's say this script is now perfect. We have mentioned some path over here as well. Let's say I mentioned E drive, and I'll create some Selenium folder in that. In that I'll mention Chrome driver path. Okay, gc driver.exe. Something like this I'll put. Okay, now it's perfect. Now, how will you improve this script? What all things you will add into this script by which it
Sir,
will...
yes, sir. Sir, we can write that we can change the thread.sleep to set sleep.
Set sleep or implicit wait or explicit wait you can use over here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir. Implicit
So
wait.
instead of thread.sleep, it would be great if you can put implicit wait or explicit wait. Depends on the script that you are trying to automate.
But implicit wait is it shows that no visible comment like it throws an error which is no such visible element it shows, but an implicit wait like it holds for the certain seconds, and it will display the no such element form. I mean, like it is similar to that.
Correct. Okay, fine. So this is good. Okay, what is the difference between find element and find elements in context of Selenium?
Yes, sir. So find elements, it is a command to find the element within a current web page. Like it finds the first element within a current page, but in find element it will find all the list of web elements in the current page. So those are the major differences.
Can you write the syntax of find element and find elements?
Just I need to brush up the things. Sir.
No issues. Okay. So syntax would be, in case of find element, it would be web element button equal to WebDriver dot find element, and in the bracket you can mention my dot name or my dot xpath. While in case of web element, in case of find elements, it would be, the syntax would be list buttons equal to WebDriver dot find elements by dot name, right? So find elements is linked with respect to list, and find element is simple. Because you got the this understanding for this question, right? For find element, the return type is the object of the first found element by the locator. While for find elements, the return type is the list of all the matching web elements. Right? Okay, great. Can we capture the screenshot in Selenium?
Yes, sir, we can capture the screenshot, but we can't. We can capture the screenshot, but we can't read the captcha by the Selenium.
Okay, capture is fine. But we can capture the screenshot using Selenium, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you give me a high level understanding, like how how it can be achieved?
In like
Like, let's say if you have to implement this screenshot capturing in your automation script, so how will you achieve this?
by uh, by using the screenshot commands.
Hmm.
Like, yeah,
Screenshot command. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Can you elaborate your answer?
Uh, like um, I don't know what to recall it. So, like, yeah, it is possible to capture screenshots with the Selenium by using the screenshot command. Like, I think,
Okay. Okay. Fine. No issues. Okay. Okay. Now let's cover manual testing. Okay. Can you tell me the high level test scenarios for WhatsApp profile picture?
yes, sir. Uh, yes. So, what's the profile picture? So the profile picture should be visible in the round shape only.
Okay. What else?
And uh, so the precondition is that user should be registered with WhatsApp. First, the precondition is. After that, uh, uh, user should have the device which is Android or iOS, because like in keypad it won't work.
Mhm.
It is the scenario. Uh, the profile should be I mean like uh, so those are the scenarios which I'm getting that one.
Mhm.
We can give those two also, right? I mean, is it
Sorry,
right?
we can use.
So we can give those two also, right? The two which I gave the example. Is it correct or is it wrong?
Two. You mean
The
to say?
profile,
Yeah, the device
the,
example, the scenario that you gave with respect to Android, iOS device, it should be visible properly. That is fine. The other test scenario, can you please come again? I didn't get it actually.
I mean, the first thing which I told is the profile picture I mean like uh, uh, so for others viewing it should be in the round shape only.
Oh, yes, yes. Round shape is fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. So with respect to
So,
UI, UX, you're telling.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
That is.
that is the main.
Hmm.
So it was the scenarios which I can. So this one like user should be registered within WhatsApp. Is that scenario or like it will become in the precondition statement?
Prerequisite. User
Yeah,
should
precondition.
be. Yeah. We see over here, the focus is the WhatsApp profile picture. It is the
Yeah.
focus.
Uh,
Hmm.
like uh, user should give the access to the gallery to upload the picture. So if it doesn't give the access, we can't update the picture.
Correct, correct. That is a good example. I mean, good test case. The profile pic should be taken from the gallery, so that flow should be there. Yeah. What else you are able to think?
Uh, in like so
Then
those are the
as you have given the test scenario for adding the photo from gallery, similarly you can also take the test scenario of removing the photo.
yeah, remove the photo.
Hmm.
Hard to update.
Hmm. Then user can also click on cancel button. Let's
User can also
yeah.
so if it
Gal
the
yeah, the gallery opens and then let's say if he does not wants to select, so he can click on cancel button.
yes,
Then there is
understand.
a yeah, please go ahead.
Nothing's not.
Sorry.
No, sir. Nothing.
Okay, fine. So let me give you, then let's say if you have to remove the profile pic, then you should get some confirmation message whether
Yeah.
you want to, that you are going forward for this action. So that confirmation message should come, right? Then photo gallery one was the option. Then you can also select from the camera option.
Yeah. Direct live photo we can take.
Correct. Right. Then the resize options are also there.
Yeah,
After
this size
selecting
option.
an image from the gallery, you can also resize it. Let's say if you want to crop it, or if you want to drag and then you want
Yeah.
to keep that image, so that also you can do. Okay, so these are the various test scenarios. Okay. Can you tell me the test scenarios for WhatsApp settings?
Yeah. WhatsApp setting. Like for this specific model, I mean, like for what? For which models in WhatsApp? WhatsApp setting?
For WhatsApp settings only.
Yeah. Like
All,
so.
all the settings that you can see in the WhatsApp. Let's say first is account functionality with the privacy option.
So that.
Yeah.
Uh,
So whichever settings are there, can you tell me the scenarios for WhatsApp settings, test scenarios for WhatsApp settings?
I mean, like for so if you want to change the name, I mean the profile name.
Mm.
Like, I'm not getting it, sir. Just
Okay, no
some
issues.
examples based on that. I will try to find out the
Yeah.
scenario.
I'll tell you the option. I'll tell you the test scenarios. So if this question is asked in a real-time interview, so you can answer, or if similar questions are asked, so you can answer that. So basically, with respect to manual testing, they will be asking you the questions on test scenarios. So you need to analyze the flow or the logic, and then you have to give them the test cases. Now let's say over here with respect to WhatsApp settings, you first of all, the very first and the foremost test scenario would be whether the user is able to see the settings option on their screen or not,
Yes, sir.
right? Then you can also check the account functionality. So those settings are there with the privacy option over there, then with
Yes, sir.
security option, then the two steps verification option is there, right?
Yes,
Then you can also test the change number functionality, the change number option is there, right?
yes, sir.
Then there is some information, so you can request account info or delete my account, so that options are also there. You can also see the help option over there, right? Then you can also see the chat settings kind of options over there, from which you
Yes,
would
sir.
be able to change the chat setting with, let's say, app language. Then if you want to back up your history, then
Yes, sir.
wallpaper is there, then chat backup is there, font size is there, app language we already covered. So these are the various scenarios that you can test. Okay, fine. So Raghavendra, I'm done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Sir, in which area I need to improve? Sir, manual testing, you didn't ask me anything. Only that test scenarios you asked me.
Yeah, test scenarios. So basically in an interview also you would be asked test scenarios. They might ask you directly, they might ask you indirectly. The more scenarios you would be able to derive in an interview, the more good impression or positive impression you can say it will give to the interviewer. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir,
So for
what to
Selenium,
study
you need
about?
to, yeah. For Selenium, you need to revisit the concepts, right?
Okay.
What is find elements, return type, then with respect to the code, yeah. So Selenium concepts you have to revisit. Manual testing you can keep revising. So every day you have to dedicate your time, some to manual testing, some to automation testing, like that.
Sir, what to study about this API testing? Well, like API testing, they might be asking on Monday split.
API testing they might ask. So you for now you can understand the error codes. Like let's say the 200 OK code has been displayed when the API response is successful. Then what
201.
about 201, 404? then 403,
Yeah.
500 internal surveyor. So what is the test scenarios for these
Well,
error codes? How will you test them? So those things you can test from API perspective. Rest all you would be able to cover in manual and automation itself.
and maybe the HTML works. What is HTML works? They might ask, right?
What is?
HTML verbs. That is post, get post, put, delete. They might be asking API testing, right?
Yeah, they might ask, but see, you have almost 6 months to 1 year of experience. So if you have written Selenium, so more questions would be on Selenium, manual testing first, then they will go on API testing and all those things.
So like as I was giving, like as I've experienced, I have only 4 experience. So I was giving as a fresher there only. What might the questions I can expect there?
Yeah. So these kind of questions, whichever we have covered in an interview, like you can get questions on Selenium automation, you can get questions on real-time interview questions that we asked. Like on Monday the automation was running, on Tuesday why it stopped running, right? Then what would be the severity and priority of any bug? SDLC, STLC, difference between smoke, sanity, difference between load testing and stress testing. These all things you will get. Okay. Okay. Any other question, Raghavendra?
No, sir. Just I will brush up with Selenium comments once.
Yeah. So as you have mentioned Selenium in your resume, so definitely the questions will come. So revisit all those concepts and then you can give the interview.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Raghavendra, for coming on our channel. It was very nice talking to you. Yeah, and all the best for your career.
Thank you very much.
Right. So whichever interviews you are giving, if possible, please share questions with us. And once you are getting selected, that also do let us know. We'll be sharing your success story on this channel as well. Right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.